I'm Billy. And welcome to Jack of Trades. This is the introduction of our new series for REST APIs and single-page applications. Before we begin, we will talk briefly about them and why we should become aware of these technologies. In the modern world, it is very common to see software applications to be available on desktops, tablets, and mobile devices. Users who utilize these applications tend to diversify their usage by accessing these software applications on different devices. Especially with the increasing popularity of mobile phones over the years, having your web application only available on desktops will set you at a significant disadvantage. So development teams in various companies and organizations create software applications available on different devices for their users. For example, we can access the Facebook app using a web browser or a smartphone. The Facebook application that you access in the web browser is created using programming languages for the web. On the other hand, the Facebook app you download via App Store or Google Play is created using programming languages designed to run on mobile devices. And if you think about it, how is it possible that we can still access the same resources and data we have regardless of whether we access the app on desktop browsers and phone apps? The answer is through a REST API. There may be other underlying technologies that we may not know that they are using, but for sure, creating applications like Facebook involves a REST API in the background. So what is a REST API anyway? Before we explain what a REST API is, we should also be aware what an API is in general. An API, or Application Programming Interface, is a set of rules that determine how applications or devices connect and communicate. In other words, an API is a type of technology that helps applications communicate and share information with each other. On the other hand, a REST API is a type of API that adheres to the design principles of the REST architectural style. To put it simply, to call your API a RESTful API, you have to follow the rules of the REST itself. To better understand how REST API works, I will give you a real-world example later in this tutorial. I will include the most common functions we use, such as login, logout, registration, create, read, update, and delete endpoints. Through REST APIs, any software program will be able to communicate with each other and pass data securely through REST API endpoints. For more details about the REST architectural style, please check out the link in the description below as well. Now, what is a single-page application? Before we briefly explain, it's also worth mentioning what a client application is. In simple computer science definition, a client application is any software program that accesses the resources or data from a server. For example, the Facebook app you have on your phone is a client application because it is the software that we use as an app user, and it accesses the resources or data from the Facebook server. The website of Facebook, when opened in a web browser, is also a client application. In the same manner, the website also accesses the resources or data from the Facebook server. Now that we talked about what a client application is, we are now ready to talk about another type of client application called single-page application or SPA. According to Wikipedia, a single-page application, SPA, is a web application or website that interacts with the user by dynamically rewriting the current web page with new data from the web server instead of the default method of a web browser loading entire new pages. The goal is faster transitions that make the website feel more like a native app. Single-page applications is faster than a traditional website application, as these applications rarely use page refresh to load dynamic data. Instead, most of the resources accessed by single-page applications are triggered by DOM events such as a mouse click or scroll. Popular single-page application frameworks such as React, Vue, or AngularJS follow the same rules and principles. In this series, we will create two software applications that will make up the whole app. The REST API application will be our backend, and the single-page application will be our front-end. Do not be confused, as REST APIs are just another software program that we will create to safely expose functions from an external software application through REST API endpoints. An endpoint is just a URL that you will access via HTTP request. The external software application that we will create here is a single-page application. This software application will serve as the application that our end users use. We will demonstrate how single-page applications access the REST API application that we will also create. This series simply demonstrates how modern applications work and how tech companies make their software programs available on different devices. In addition, we will use Laravel and Laravel Sanctum to create our REST API. And in the later episodes, we will gradually make a separate client application, which is a single-page application to access our REST API. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe if you're new to this channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll get notified whenever a new video is up. Stay tuned, and see you in the next video.